Hello, good morning. I'm just learning how to speak out loud because this year has been a year of learning to open my mouth, and I'm not used to opening my mouth. I'm not used to speaking, I guess, on video in front of people. And like, I can be by myself and I hear a lot of things in my mind, but it's hard for me to speak out loud. So I'm coming to decree and declare that I, Sherry Gulley, will start speaking out loud. That the things that God reveals to me or says to me or talks to me, that I will not keep it to myself and hoard those things that He gives me, but I will start to give them to you. If you're watching me, then it might be something that you need. And when God gives me something, I'll make sure that I start recording it. I'm just thankful for opportunity to be able to share with you the things that God gives me. So this morning, I just want to thank God for everything that He's doing in my life, for the things that He's been just manifesting. There has been miracles and wonders happening. And if you're ready for God to show you His miracles and wonders, you have to listen for His voice. You have to be obedient. You can't just sit here and just say, okay, God, do something. No, God wants you to do something. He wants you to get before Him. He wants you to pray, get in your word and read, and then wait and listen for the things that He wants to tell you, because He has a word for you. And don't always wait for somebody else to give you a word. Yes, people have a word for you, like I have a word for you right now. That word is to get in your word, to read the Bible and pray and get before His face. Get in His face and say, Lord, what is it that you need me to know? Because what He needs me to know and needs you to know are two different things. He wants me to open my mouth to tell you that He wants you to get before Him so that He can tell you some things. And when He gives you instructions, follow them. God gave me some instructions probably like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. I was all excited. God gave me instructions. And guess what? I might have did it for a couple of days and I put it down and I was like, oh, I can't do that. And simple instructions. So again, the year come by again and He's like, follow those instructions. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it, and never even tried. So this year I went to the Kingdom Bombshell conference, and God reminded me, follow my instructions. I wasn't even at the first meeting and found out that the first meeting on Thursday was about following the instructions. And God still gave me that word, even though I wasn't there the first day, to follow His instructions. So I went home and followed the instructions. And when I went home and followed the instructions, the windows of heaven was already open, but the blessings started pouring in. And they're little blessings, trinkets, things that I know that God can do, and He does always. But these things were miraculous because they were on time, at His time, and they were things that were specific. And I didn't ask. I've been praying about it, but I didn't ask. And God made it happen. And I am so overjoyed at His miracles and wonders. So following the instructions that God gives you will not only open those windows and those doors and those blessings that are there for you, but it's going to do something in you that it's going to activate some things in your life. And don't you need to be activated? Aren't there some gifts and some skills that God has in you that you are afraid to do? Well, don't you want those things to be activated? Follow the instructions. That's all I have for you today. You have a wonderful, blessed day. Get in his presence today and read his word and ask him, what is it that he wants you to do? Follow those instructions. I love you. Goodbye.